Hey guys, Shannon, whitetail stalker, and in a never-ending quest to understand FOC, I've got a little video here put together for you. Kind of got some different FOCs on some arrows, so we're going to just do a little penetration test and see where it leads us. So the first arrow that we've got is going to be this one right here, and this is the Element Quake series arrows. Really liking these Element arrows a lot, especially this Quake. Really good hunting shaft in my opinion. The carbon weave on it's very tough. It's 8.7 grains per inch. It's a good heavier weight arrow, so you're going to get some good penetration there with it. The flight is just amazing. So we're going to be using Element Quakes. They're the 400 series arrow. They're 28 inches, knock throat to the end, and we're going to use a flying arrow archery Cyclone 100 grain for the broadhead. I like shooting broadheads, so I mean we could do this in field tips, but as long as we use the same arrow with the same broadhead, we're going to have the result that we need. So anyway, this first arrow has got an FOC, a front and center, of 24%. The arrow weighs 606 grains, 24% FOC. That's a high FOC right there. So that for whitetail deer, this is an excellent arrow, a good weight, a good FOC. You're not going to have any problems with penetration with that. So again, that's the first one, 24 FOC. The second arrow, same arrow, Element Quake 400 series, 28 inches. We've got the flying arrow archery Cyclone broadhead on the end, 100 grains. This arrow, we dropped the FOC by changing some things on it, changed some weights. So this is a 19% FOC. I'll get a little bit lower than the 24, but still pretty decent, 19 FOC. A lot of guys like the 19, so we're going to shoot a 19 FOC. And then our third arrow, again, Element Quake 400 series. We put a wrap on it, some laser vanes, a lighted nock, makes the things a little heavier on the back end. We've changed some weights around where we need it. 100 grain flying arrow archery Cyclone. And this arrow has an FOC of 12%. Now, I think this is probably a good representation of what a lot of guys are shooting in the bow hunting world out there. So this is kind of realistic for a lot of guys. This is a 12% FOC. So this in terms of FOC, that's on the lighter end of the scale. So again, 12%, 19%, and 24%. You'll be able to tell by the nocks. The green nocks is going to be the 24 FOC. The clear nock will be the 19, and obviously the blazer vanes with the wrap is going to be the 12% FOC. So we're going to shoot all three arrows. They're all three the same length. They're all the same weight. They're all within a grain. I guess for 2 grains would be in the same weight. Arrow number 1 is 606, arrow number 2 is 608, and arrow number 3 is 607. So they're all right in there close with the grain length. So I was able to get them pretty close to the grain. And the target we're going to shoot has never been shot before. It's brand new, so we don't have a deer. We don't have anything that simulates hide or anything like that. We've got some cardboard and some foam and some thin plywood. So we've got it stacked and layered in there, so none of this has been shot yet, so there's no holes in it, there's no cracks in it. So everything's going to be brand new, so we can get a good test on this on penetration. So we're going to shoot the Bowtech BTX31. It's at 29.5 inch draw length, and it's set at 60 pounds. So without any further ado, we'll move on and get to shooting. So thanks. Right there is the target. We're going to shoot that smaller square imprinted on the cardboard. We got cardboard, and we got some thin plywood foam on through there, and it's never been shot. It's all brand new media, or medium, if you want to call it that. But anyway, that's our target. Oh, quick shout out, Richard Howland, SRB Field Rest. If you don't have any SRB Field Rest, get yourself some. They works wonders on the range. These are the archery rests, so hang your bow right in it. Here we go. Again, we're shooting the Bowtech BTX31 at 60 pounds. Here we go, 20 yards. And arrow number 2 was the 19% FOC. And arrow number 3 is the 12% FOC. Look here. SRB field rest. That's the archery rest. Let's put it in a block of foam. The little peg pushes right down in there. There you go. Look at that. Works like a champ. Thank you, Richard, for the rest. All right. And here are. Okay. There we go. We got our 3 shots. Show you there's no other shots on this. This is all brand new stuff. So you can kind of see. I'll get over here. Raise this camera up just a little bit. And you can see the penetration result there on that. I mean, that's kind of what you expect if you understand FOC. That far one over there with the green knock's going to be a 24% FOC. This one here is going to be a 19. This one's going to be a 12. You can see the penetration difference from the 12 to the 19. Quite a bit in there. From the 19 to the 24. Get a little more there. So, it's a pretty easy thing to understand when you look at it in terms of penetration. Again, we're not shooting a deer or any kind of lifelike animal, but penetration's penetration no matter what you're shooting, I guess. So, see here, we got the layers here. I'll kind of get in there and show you what we got going on. So, everything was new. There was no prior holes in anything. Just layer after layer. Plywood, foam, plywood. So, no trick photography here. Just penetration. So there's the penetration result, and I'm going to put some tape on those. In there. I'm going to put some tape on it. We're going to measure the arrow, and I will show you all that after we get them taped and pulled. So, back in a second. All right, we're going to measure these out here. I got a Sharpie mark on there where how much penetration we had. Arrow number 1, 606 grains with a 24% FOC. Looks like it got 9 3/4 inch penetration, 9.75 inches. Arrow number 2 was the 608 grains, and it was a 19% front of center FOC, and it got marked right there and right at 9 inches of penetration on our target. And arrow number 3, which was 607 grains at a 12% FOC, and it got right here 7.25 inches of penetration. So arrow number 1 at 606 grains with 24%, 9 3/4. Number 2 was 608 grains with a 19 FOC, was 9 inches, and arrow number 3 at 607 grains was 7 1/4. So considerably more from the 12% to the 24%. Not a lot of difference between the 19 and the 24, but definitely a bigger margin from the 12% FOC to the 19. I mean, 7 1/4 to 9 inches. So that's pretty good numbers right there. And again, we're using the Flying Arrow Archery Cyclone 100 grain broadhead. Get you some, pretty mean. And Element Arrow Quake 400s. Get you some Quakes, or give the Typhoon a shot. Typhoon's a little heavier. The Quake weighs in about, on the 400 series, weighs 8.7 grains per inch, and the Typhoon, I believe, is about 9.2 grains per inch. So one a little heavier. Drop that Typhoon on there. Both excellent arrows, excellent broadheads. Good luck this year, y'all. I'll see some big buck picks. Season's here. Thanks for watching.